All right, turn to page 60 and 61 in your science notebook. You're going to copy the notes and be sure to answer the question on page 60. So on page 61, our title is Natural Resources. In the corner, you're going to put 4.7c. This is actually a review from something you learned in 4th grade that you are tested on in 5th grade. And then, of course, your date. We're going to be discussing natural resources. Okay? Natural resources can be split into 2 categories: non-renewable resources and renewable resources. Okay? On the front cover, we're going to draw some pictures. You might not understand what these pictures are yet until we fill in the inside, so you might want to wait. I'll come back to this part here at the end. But you're going to open up your flaps, and you're going to record the energy over here for, or the definitions and examples for non-renewable resources first. Okay, be careful. When some of you glued this in, you glued it in backwards. Be sure your labels are matching up, or if you want to match it to mine and you just want to mark it out and change that on the cover, that's fine. But non-renewable resources are a type of energy resource that cannot be replaced or cannot be replaced as fast as it is used up. Once it's gone, it's gone. Examples: fossil fuels. These are coal, oil, natural gas, which is also called petroleum for oil and natural gas. And then other minerals that we use from the surface, or the crust of the earth. On the other side, we have renewable resources, a type of energy resource that can be replaced in a short amount of time. Examples: plants and trees, soil, animals, water, biofuel or biomass. These are both words that are used and they mean the same thing. They're synonyms. Right over here, I broke apart biofuel. Of course, bio means life and fuel is fuel, an energy source. And biomass, bio still means life, and mass, the amount of matter in something, has to do with using that life matter as a fuel source. Okay? Now, there are still more renewable resources, but we're going to label these inexhaustible. These don't ever run out. In this category, we have the sun, which gives us solar energy. The wind, we use wind turbines to collect that and use that for electricity purposes. Moving water, like rivers or waterfalls or waves, we use that for hydroelectric energy. And I broke that word apart. Hydro means water, and electric is talking about electric energy. And then energy from inside the earth is our geothermal energy. Geo means earth, and thermal means heat. And we're going to talk about more about each one of these, but we're going to get the main idea of it down here in these notes. And we'll talk more about that in class tomorrow. Down at the bottom, you're going to write a definition. Conservation or conserving. Saving or using less of something. Now that definition is going to be important for what you're going to answer on page 60. Okay, on page 60, you're going to explain why it is important to conserve non-renewable resources. Okay, and you can flip to the back of your science notebook and you can look for ideas on how you want to explain it. You can just write it out in a sentence. You can use a concept map. You can use a graphic organizer. You can do a quick story, a comic strip, a poem, a Venn diagram. Any of those output ideas that are on the very back cover of your notebook, you can use any of those. Then don't forget to go back and add your pictures on the front. Each one of these pictures represents one of the resources that was listed inside. And we'll talk some more about this tomorrow. Have a good night, scholars.